Māori question.
Yes.
Was it like phone your only Māori friend?
Yeah, it's not like and how it's like unique to New Zealand.
So like one thing that's a really important like note on the treaty is that like we are the only like sovereign nation or country within the whole world that has a treaty with its indigenous people.
Okay.
So that's like probably like your main talking point because like obviously it's unique because we are the only country that has it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, that's good.
But like we don't really like that's not a really known thing. It's just people don't really realise that. But so I guess uniqueness of New Zealand people environment. So that then comes to show that like to an extent like not as like Māori aren't overly happy with the outcome, but to an extent compared to a lot of native or indigenous cultures, e.g. Aboriginals.
Yeah.
Because if you actually like read the treaty, that kind of stuff, so there are phrases where it's like our land, fisheries, like taonga, so like anything that is sacred, that kind of thing is to stay in the possession of Māori.
Okay.
Like that's where the whole like land stuff, like the treaty tribunal comes in with like the because one thing that didn't happen was directly after the treaty was signed, it was they went against it and they like just took the land anyway.
Yeah.
So like now at the moment they're going back through and they're like paying for the land and like that kind of things. But I guess one thing that would be important to note is that like the culture within New Zealand hasn't been trodden on to an extent that you, like if you want to compare it to other, if you're going to compare it, if anything, just like go for like apartheid in South Africa or Australian assimilation policy. Those would be like two really notable. Actually, jokes. You could go for like the Native Americans in the US. That like you could, if you're wanting to do like comparison to how like the indigenous cultures are still treated today. That's probably the more important thing because like at the foundation, all indigenous cultures were treated the same. But like with the treaty, I think it allowed the Māori culture to have more of a foundation. If you want to compare it to whereas there have been like treaties signed in America and that kind of stuff, but like there was no foundation at all for them, and they would never like there's no accountability for them or anything like that. And so like when you're talking about the preservation of New Zealand's people and environment, like the Māori culture has like because the culture has been able to be preserved, like the Māori culture then has like a huge impact on like keeping our like for example my marae we were talking about last month, we were discussing how like there was this irrigation versus Ngāi Tahu versus Department of Conservation thing that went through the courts and we won, and it was pretty much just something like as simple as keeping like the water levels within the Waitaki and Central Otago districts at a certain height, so it's like you can't take as much water from it to like irrigate the country, like farms, like because if you're pulling too much water then you're losing water, like that makes sense. So like just preserving, I don't know if that's like too far of reach, but
yeah, no, it does.
It's about the environment.
Yeah, the environment, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's something that you could just say that like at its core like you could go into Māori culture and like the spirituality with that is like upheld within the culture towards the environment, and that comes through in the way that New Zealand then like because everything that happens in New Zealand these days is very politically correct, like everything has to be run through some kind of Māori subcommittee before it's like allowed to happen.
Yeah.
And like when it means like everything at the university, any research done at university authority is just like an appeasement to Māori people. It's like, yeah, now you, like, because it's already gone through all these ethical committees that would have already swiped it if it was bad or not. Like, I don't think Ngāi Tahu's even turned anything down and being like, no, you can't do this.
Yeah.
Because because they have to be ethically sound anyway. But just like at its core, it is that additional like drive. Whereas like if you want to compare it right now to America, and they've got the pipeline that they're trying to put in. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So like they have like no like respect for their environment, if that makes sense. Like as the government side of it, because it's like one, they're allowing like tribal lands to be destroyed to make this, like so like ancient burial sites, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there's also like the possibility of like oil leaks, that kind of stuff, which would ruin the environment.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing would never be allowed in this country.
Yeah.
And so like that then aims at the uniqueness. Yeah, I don't know. Was that helpful?
Yeah, that's really good.
Is there any other thing that you wanted, like talking points? Any other ones that you want to pick my brain on?
Okay. Do you want to ask me a question?
I feel like you're given so much good
I know,
information.
I feel like there's a lot already.
Do you want more tea?
Oh. There. This one.
Which one? The second one.
Yeah, but not the K. No.
Do you know anything about the how do you say it? The rangatiratanga?
Rangatiratanga.
Oh, you were so close though. Good job.
Yeah.
So that means that's the guardian. So that's the line in the second. It's to do with that's the debate on translation, eh?
I don't know.
Because so that whole in that treaty.
Yeah.
Is it in Article 2? Hold up. I'll just pull up. It's kind of funny. I think because there's a debate, there is a debate in Article, I'm pretty sure it's Article 2 that the issues arise.
Okay.
And it's because, interpretations. Rangatiratanga to like Māori means like what up? Hold up, real quick. Exercise. I'm just doing a little bit of research because like rangatiratanga, it means like chieftainship, so it means like to exercise ownership or authority, like chief, like because rangatira means. I'm just trying. Rangatira is just like someone of high ranking.
Okay.
So like rangatiratanga is like the act of that person. So it's like the person of high authority and like the authority that they have.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm pretty sure in the second article it was like that we were guaranteed tino rangatiratanga, which is like the guaranteed rights over our lands. Okay, here it says taonga katoa, so like all things treasured.
Right.
And that Māori agreed to give the Crown a right to deal with them over land transactions. So it's like that Māori agreed to partake in sales of land, etc. And then the English definition confirmed that and guaranteed that the chiefs were allowed exclusive and undisturbed possession of their lands and estates, forests, fisheries, and other properties.
Mm-hmm.
And the Crown sought an exclusive right to deal with Māori over land transactions. So so therefore, like the treaty, the whole exclusive right is mainly just to do with like the crown, as in that Māori were only to deal with British subjects. I'm pretty sure that's what that meant.
Oh, okay.
So it was like that's to be a British British colony.
Yeah.
But there was something about like we were like there was just was there like a specific question to do with rangatiratanga? Like were you just asking what it is, or like do you know what I mean?
It's asking like the values of it to like New Zealand's natural environment and resources.
And the
Okay,
preservation.
So it was pretty much like once it had been so like English English one, it was like exclusive and undisturbed possessions of their lands and estates. And rangatiratanga is like, so it means I guess like to look after everything.
Oh, okay.
I guess in layman's and basic terms, it's just to like not guide, but well, something when you just when you look after, when you foster shit. I don't know.
I don't know.
Can you like word for word what it says?
Yep. What role do Māori values rangatiratanga have in the conservation and preservation of New Zealand's natural environment and resources?
Because like, is this still in regards to the treaty?
No, it's a complete different question.
Okay. Because tino rangatiratanga, is that what it is, or just rangatiratanga?
Oh, isn't it Tino?
Is there tino at the start, like
No,
Tino?
there's not,
And then
but we Google it.
rangatiratanga?
And
There's not in the question, but when we Google rangatiratanga, it comes with the Tino at the front.
Okay.
are they two different things?
So-
Yeah, are they two different things?
No, so like when you put them together, it changes the word.
Ah.
So like rangatiratanga on its own means like chieftainship. Like it could also be like it could be like literally like a sovereignty, or like a realm,
Yeah.
like an area that someone like exerts their tino rangatiratanga. Like tino rangatiratanga is more like a verb.
Yeah, I don't think it's that
It's
one.
like, so it's kind of the same thing. It's like self-government control,
Yeah.
power,
Yeah.
but it's over an area, over people, over a land, that kind of thing. So it's like, so the question, can you repeat the question one more time?
What role do Māori values have in the conservation and preservation of the New Zealand's natural environment and resources?
What wrong is
Oh yeah, okay, so like as I said before, like Ngāi Tahu need to have approval on everything that happens at the University of Otago.
Uh-huh.
So that would be like kind of like rangatiratanga, because like they have like that is their this is their domain, like Te Waipounamu, or the South Island is Ngāi Tahu, like like the top of the South Island is a different iwi, but most of the South Island is Ngāi Tahu, and they have some kind of control over like what happens in that area.
Yeah.
And so like that would be rangatiratanga, because they are preserving, their cultural, like their culture within that area. Same can be said for up north. But yeah, it's just governance, and
Yeah.
Māori, there are like within Parliament, you've got Māori MPs on like there's a Māori list, instead of you like, because as a Māori when you sign up, you either sign up in the Māori list or the general.
Okay.
And so I'm in the general, but if I'd sign up in the Māori, then I would just vote on Māori candidates.
Right.
I
in Parliament,
actually did that too.
so that you could use that example as a wider example. It might be easier.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Is that helpful?
Yes, that's very helpful, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, we're good, that's it, eh? Right.
Two.
Yeah.
Are you ready?